Welcome everyone to another episode of A Business for You. I'm KBP, your host for today. Coming up is an electronics manufacturer who's looking for dealers across the country. Most of you who are watching this now are probably glued to your televisions. Televisions are one of the most sold electronic goods in the country. This company we are going to witness now manufactures smart televisions and neckband headphones and is looking for dealers across the country. Presenting Acute Store.
My name is Sultan Memon. I am a CEO and founder of Acute. Acute is electronic manufacturing company mainly into LED TVs and neckbands. Acute का स्थापना 2009 में हुआ था, जहां हमने देखा बहुत बड़ा गैप था इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मार्केट में, स्पेशली टीवी में। बहुत सारे बड़े ब्रांड्स बहुत मिनिमल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ में मार्केट में थे। वहाँ हमने एक्यूट को प्लेस किया विथ सेम टेक्नोलॉजी में और वहाँ हमें बहुत अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स आया। सो हमने एक्यूट का स्थापना वहीं से चालू किया। हमारे टीवीज़ में सबसे यूनिक यूएसपी है कि हमने हमारे टीवी में ऑटो स्विच मोड पे डाला है, जहाँ पे आपका लाइट फ्लक्चुएशन होता है, जहाँ आपका कहीं पे भी शॉर्ट सर्किट होता है, तो हमारा एक्यूट टीवी वो जो आपको 11 मिनट के रीसेट पे जाएगा, जहाँ पे आपका सारा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डैमेज होने का चांसेस है, बट एक्यूट टीवी आपका कभी डैमेज नहीं होगा। ये आपको 11 मिनट के रीसेट में जाएगा। वहीं सेम टाइम पे हमने देखा कि यही रिक्वायरमेंट हमको ऑडियो में भी आ रही थी, तो हमने मार्केट रिसर्च करने के बाद हमने हमारा खुद का नेकबैंड लॉन्च किया। एक्यूट बहुत सारे वेरिएंट है उसमें, और सबसे अच्छा वेरिएंट जो हमने लॉन्च किया है, सबसे पहला इंडिया में लॉन्च किया है 7 इक्विलाइजर मोड, जिसके अंदर ये सारा गेमर से लेके म्यूज़िक लवर्स सारा एक ही नेकबैंड में कवर होता है। जैसे कि अभी कोई गेमर्स है, उनको गेमिंग के लिए अलग नेकबैंड लेना पड़ता है, गेमिंग के अलग ईयरबड्स एंड साउंड लेना पड़ता है, मूवीज़ लवर के लिए अलग लेना पड़ता है, कवाली लवर के लिए अलग लेना पड़ता है। सो वैसा हमने नेकबैंड में भी पूरा 7 वेरिएंट के साथ में 7 इक्वलाइजर मोड के साथ में नेकबैंड लॉन्च किया। और टीवी में हमारे पास 32 इंच से लेके 65 इंच तक के वेरिएंट अवेलेबल था। रिसेंटली हमने अभी 85 इंच का वेरिएंट भी ऐड किया हुआ है। मार्केट से बहुत अच्छी अचीवमेंट के बाद हमने डिसाइड किया कि अभी हमको एक्सपांशन करना है पैन इंडिया। सो हमने डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर इनटेक करना चालू किया हुआ है, और करंटली हम 3 स्टेट्स में ऑलरेडी काम कर रहे हैं, महाराष्ट्र, गुजरात एंड यूपी। बट हमारा गोल है हमको कंप्लीट इंडिया में एक्यूट को वेल नोन ब्रांड बनाना है, और हर एक घर में एक्यूट का प्रोडक्ट यूज़ होने वाला ब्रांड बनाना है। अभी एक्यूट के साथ में 12 डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर ऑलरेडी काम कर रहे हैं और बहुत अच्छा ग्रोथ कर रहे हैं। इसी के साथ हम लोग B2B सेक्टर्स में प्रेफर कर रहे हैं, जिसके लिए हम लोग डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर को इन हाउस हेल्प कर रहे हैं एक्यूट के साथ। प्लस हम D2C में भी हेल्प कर रहे हैं। अब बहुत जल्द हमारा ब्रांड आपको अमेज़ॉन, फ्लिपकार्ट और कई ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म पे परचेस करने को मिलेगा। और इसमें हम डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर को बहुत ही अच्छा ऑफ़र्स और कस्टमर्स को ऑफ़र्स वगैरह सारा प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, जिससे बहुत ही जल्द एक्यूट मार्केट में वेल नोन ब्रांड हो जाएगा। सो एक्यूट ने रिसर्च किया मार्केट में कि बहुत सी टीवीज़ घर हाउस होल्ड में स्क्रीन ब्रेकेबल हो जाता है उसका। तो हमने एक्यूट ने नया लॉन्च किया टीवी, अनब्रेकेबल टीवी। वहाँ हमारा टीवी अनब्रेकेबल है विथ 50 वोल्ट ऑफ साउंड बार्स बिल्ट इन, और वॉइस कमांड, जहाँ पे आप सारा आपका कंप्लीट टीवी बिल्ट इन वॉइस कमांड के साथ ऑपरेट कर सकते हैं। जैसे मार्केट में बहुत सी टीवीज़ अवेलेबल है और जैसे बहुत फेमस ब्रांड अवेलेबल है जहाँ 32 इंच का टीवी मिनिमम 13 से 14 हज़ार रुपये में आता है। वहीं हमारा टीवी उन्हीं के जैसे फ़ीचर्स बल्कि उनसे थोड़े ज़्यादा फ़ीचर्स के साथ में आपको 8500 रुपीज़ में मिलता है। ये आपको अवेलेबल हो जाएगा सारे ऑनलाइन मार्केट प्लेस पे जैसे अमेज़ॉन, फ्लिपकार्ट, जियो मार्ट वगैरह पे, और हमारे वेबसाइट्स पे भी ये अवेलेबल होगा। जब हमने देखा एक्यूट को महाराष्ट्र में बहुत अच्छा स्कोप एंड ग्रोथ मिला, जहाँ पे कमर्शियल में एक्यूट का ग्रोथ 4% विद इन अ 2 ईयर्स स्पैन में हो गया, तो हमने हमारा बाउंड्रीज़ बढ़ाया, जहाँ हमने हरियाणा में कॉरपोरेट्स में गुजरात एंड यूपी। तो हमारे पास करंटली जैसे मैंने मेंशन किया हमारे पास अभी 12 डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर है। हम 2024 तक के हमारे पास 98 डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर हो जाएंगे। ऑलरेडी हमारे पास अभी 5 डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर लाइनअप पे है और हमारा प्रोडक्ट इंडिया में नहीं और भी मल्टी कंट्रीज़ से भी हमको ऑर्डर आ रहे हैं। जैसे अभी हमने एक ऑर्डर यूके पे ही क्रैक कर रहे हैं जहाँ हमारा नेकबैंड सप्लाई होगा, और हमने एक बहुत बड़ा मार्केट चेन है जहाँ पे हमने 200 स्टोर्स पे हमारे नेकबैंड्स आपको डिस्प्ले में मिलेंगे। वहाँ पे टीवी भी आपको डिस्प्लेज में आने वाली है। एक्यूट को अभी हम यूके मार्केट में भी सप्लाई कर रहे हैं, जहाँ सेम क्वालिटी और सेम फीचर्स इंडिया में हम अफोर्डेबल प्राइस में देना चाहते हैं, और वही स्टैंडर्ड और वही क्वालिटी हम मेंटेन करके इंडियन मार्केट में हमारे डीलर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर नेटवर्क्स को बढ़ा रहे हैं। इसीलिए हम एक्यूट को इंडिया में 2024 तक के 98 डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर हम अपॉइंट करना चाहते हैं।
My name is Andrew DiCosta and I'm a partner in Acute, and I'm looking after the logistic and distributor part of Acute. Acute is expanding not only in India but throughout the globe, and we require like-minded dealers and distributors who will work with us. The investment starts from 4 lakh onwards, and the stock will be provided for the entire investment amount. There is no display store, so the entire stocks can be placed as per their convenience. For faster returns, we recommend our dealers and distributors to close this through B2B orders or through retailers. The margins for netbands and televisions range between 15 to 35%. The payback period is for 3 months, but if we close the B2B orders, it can be less than 1 month. Acute supports our dealers and distributors in multiple ways. Since it's an electronic product, we support our dealers and distributors with manpower. 40% of the manpower expenses are borne by Acute. We also help them in sorting and placing of their old stock. For service of TV, we are tied up with one of the largest service providers in India, who is having 108 service centers per India. For any service issue in TV, we provide a replacement of that part or the entire product. For any issues in neckbands, we provide a table replacement.
We have 3 amazing panelists with us today who discuss this business opportunity with all of us. Let me introduce Ms. Sanjana Shah, Mr. G.R. Reddy, and Mr. Ajay Bundela. For the benefit of our viewers, let's have a quick introduction of all 3 of you. Sanjana.
So, I'm a serial entrepreneur and I run 5 different businesses. I'm super passionate about getting franchising businesses, and I work with 3,000 plus business owners.
Thank you. G.R.
Yeah, so I'm an HR entrepreneur for 20 years. Worked with about 3,500 different organizations. At the same time, I worked with partners across 70 countries all through my entrepreneurial journey. And we were the first HR company ever listed on the National Stock Exchange, MH platform for SMEs. I also actually invest into some of the SMEs, which has got a great potential to grow in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ajay.
I run a management consulting firm based out of Mumbai. We actually help customers grow their business through various verticals that we have, predominantly sales, capital, technology, and people. I've been an angel investor myself, and I advise and mentor entrepreneurs to choose and select the right business opportunity.
Thank you very much. Welcome to our show, guys. Television, neckband headphones, they're not very new. We've been seeing them, quite a few in the country. Now, Acute looked special from its offering, the pricing, a manufacturer out here amongst us. Well, what do you think from a business perspective? Your first cut opinion, and why should someone take the dealership of this company? Sanjana, let's start with you.
So the best part when it comes to technology is that everybody loves an upgrade. Everybody wants to try something new. New device in the market, I want to try it. New television in the market, okay, let me try it. So it's very common for people to upgrade or search for products. So for things like this, you just need one USP. It could be the packaging of it could be the marketing of it could be any reason. So you just need one thing for it to become a super hit for people to buy it. And I think this company is doing something very similar of how they are packaging it so well and promoting it. So I think people love technology and there is a huge market, huge market. You know, irrespective of what brands people like, every brand has their own space in this market. So
Very true. I remember times when we bought a television because it has a bigger, viewing experience. And then we moved on to buying another one because it has great speakers. And then we moved on to something else which could have accommodated, Bluetooth facility or something else. So I know a small additional feature will probably, bring buyers onto that. Thank you very much. GR.
While it's a very mass product, where I think the penetration is still long way to go, and especially the newer segment of our TVs. So that makes it actually a great opportunity to actually expand. I think it's the right time for the dealers, distributors who could actually pick up this and then take it forward and then make it more reachable, connecting. The TV should be switched on, with many homes, in the future. I think that's the effort that's happening here, and which is a great opportunity. And while an affordability in India definitely makes it more lucrative as a business for somebody to pick it up and run it.
Thank you very much. Yes, you're right. Ajay.
So this space of electronics, there are two things which are required. One is the product and the other is the price. And Acute has both. It has a great product, bundled, great price. And that's why any dealer or distributor wanting this gets the third P, which is profit.
Thank you for your inputs. Now we have a few parameters listed here. Request you all to, stand up, put tick marks on whatever parameters you think are applicable to, this company. Thank you. When I first heard about Acute, I was like, how different can televisions or neckband headphones be? Like, the market is cluttered with options, offers, brands, and across the world. So how different can this be? It's very interesting to see a lot of parameters that are applicable to this company, and I want to really know why, and how. So let's start with you, Sanjana.
you're absolutely right. There are a lot of brands that do exist, but for me, I think their business model is something that I really like, where their concentration is not on, making more money from one sale, but rather having mass sales. They don't want to sell one and get the most profit. They want to make sure that the person they're selling to, a dealer or distributor, they should have maximum profits. So that is one thing I think that is super hit about this particular. Most of the companies that we see, there's hardly a margin given for the dealer or the distributor to actually sell. Here we see a lot of margin given to them so that they can be at a happier space to increase more sales. So that's so beautiful about their business model, and definitely agree about the product and service. You're right. There are billions. There will be billions, and they're going to be a gazillion sales, irrespective of, because the market is like that. So huge scope of growth and profitability for a franchisee who's taking up either franchisee, dealer, distributor. Huge profits, less than 3 months of ROI. That's amazing. That's just amazing. Rarely we see an opportunity like this coming our way. And of course, personal interests. I am a Bollywood fan. I love music. So both of his products really attract me.
Right.
So 100% personal interest for me.
Thank you very much. I liked it. GR.
Definitely, it's a growing market, and also the kind of a pedigree that they come from in terms of the existing in the market, and then they were able to really crack the code of actually in this kind of a market, how to bring in the best product quality, at an affordable price. And that means that affordability to a consumer and profitability to the dealer distributor, who's actually going to be part of this whole journey. And that is what I actually has mentioned there. And while you have a range of products, which are going to be, very different, and maybe the latest product, which are coming up, I think that makes it a big, opportunity. And having a good business model around it for people to make more money, is what I actually seen there in this business opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ajay.
So you just mentioned about competition, and I thought I will just bring this to everyone's notice here. So this is a cluttered market, no doubt. But if you see one of their other products, which is not their flagship product, but it is going to be one of those products which will reckon into the market, which is the neckband that they are producing. They are in stiff competition with one of the largest brands in India. Where they beat the brand is they transfer a lot of profits to the dealers and distributors. So that's one thing, that how they tackle competition. But if I had to consolidate the Acute story, I would say they have an awesome product with a good price, and that's why they make great profits. And if you have a good promoter, the brand will only perform. So that's the Acute story.
Thank you very much. So it's told 18 to 20% of electronic items that are sold are televisions. And with the increase in OTT platforms and the others, and a lot of viewership having shifted from a lot of other resources to television, I'm sure it is on the rise. And now importance, prominence, at the same time affordability, shifting people to choose just one extra option for them to change their television. And earlier it was like we all used to gather in the living room, and television is what connected all of us. Now there's one in the living room, one in the hall, one in the bedroom, and there's like 3 televisions in each home. So I think I tend to agree with what you say, that as much as there is competition, there are gazillion sales that can happen in this field. So thank you very much for your insights on this. And for our viewers, here is the opportunity that we have from Acute Store. Acute is looking for dealers across the country. The initial investment is around 4 lakhs. The area required is 500 SFT as a part of an existing business. The margins range between 15% to 35%, and the payback period is 3 to 5 months. To explore the opportunity, please use the contact information mentioned below. See you all in the next episode for another exciting business opportunity.